Hello, welcome to Beacon of Truth Tarot. My name is Laurel. This is going to be a reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or anybody who has Leo strongly in their chart. If you're interested in entering the drawing to win a free personal reading from me, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below. You can enter the drawing up to 12 times by leaving a comment on all 12 videos in the series. Today I'm going to be using the Tarot of the Spirit by Pamela and Joyce Eakins, in case you're interested in the deck. So what do we have for Leo? Okay, starting out, Leo, we've got the Seven of Earth, Judgment in reverse. In this deck it's called Resurrection, and Two of Water, Sacred Cord. Okay. Starting out, Leo, the garden, this is the Seven of Pentacles. This is waiting for things to be ready. It's not quite time yet. It's paired with the Two of Water and Resurrection in reverse. Now, Judgment, that's resurrection. It could be you're getting divorced. This looks like possibly you're seeking a divorce, but it doesn't have to be. It can also be that this is about a love connection and you haven't been able to bring it together. That feels more right. It doesn't feel like a divorce, but we'll see as we go forward. It just feels like it's not quite time to bring this relationship together, or the relationship isn't coming together as you would want. In your world, you have the Nine of Earth, the Zenith, and the Lovers in reverse. There's something here about being really independent because the relationship's not working out. I mean, you have the Two of Cups and the Lovers. In your position of control, you have the Lovers in reverse. So there's something about a breakup or this not coming together. I mean, these two cards are very, very similar. Talks about coming together, and they're both in reverse. Judgment up here falls in your position of force, and this is your position of control. It has to do with being independent. You in your world, you're in a very independent position. This can often signal being single. It looks like you're single and independent because a relationship is over. The Nine of Earth, though, the Zenith, this is a good position. It's not being single and unhappy. Like, the Nine of Pentacles is having everything you need, enough for one person. And it may have been the result of a breakup. In your immediate environment, you have the Moon. Ooh, and the Sun in reverse. That's an interesting combination, right? The Sun upright is full illumination, right? But you have it in reverse, not full illumination. It's an echoing energy to the Moon card because you have the Moon upright, which is things unseen. So whoever you're dealing with, they're unenlightened. Their position of control is darkness, secrets. So it looks like whoever you're dealing with, which is probably a lover, a relationship, it's not working out for you because this person isn't being on the up and up. There's secrets. There's skeletons in the closet. There's something they're not saying. There's something not being revealed. That's the Sun in reverse. What you've done with this, you've got Sister Fire. Now that can definitely be you, Leo. Brother Fire. Holy cow. That could be you too. And Two of Earth, cause and effect. Okay. When I get something like this where there's a two and on either side of it is very similar energies, it's like trying to balance these two things, okay? It talks about cause and effect. In your will and desire, you have Sister Fire. This is somebody learning to take their power. This is the Page of Wands. Somebody, uh, it's a get ready kind of energy. Learning still about your power. This is in your will and desire. In your confidence position is Brother Fire. Now, this is a very active card. Active and righteous. Gosh, that's so interesting. This falls in a position of action, but it's a kind of a static energy. This falls in a position that's kind of static and internal, but it's an active energy. So there's an interesting inverse there. It's like knowing when to act and when not to act. I think that's what you're balancing. You're learning about when to act versus non-act. But Brother Fire being in your position of confidence, it's like you know you can act, but you're holding back. You're trying to learn more about what action to take. Something like that. In your greater environment, Leo, you've got the Six of Fire, Glory in reverse, and the Hermit in reverse. Okay, so let me talk about these upright. But again, this is interesting because the Hermit is a very internal energy. Glory, the Six of Fire, is a very external energy. So the Six of Fire upright, this is the decorated warrior coming home from battle. It's being celebrated by your peers. The Hermit is the great teacher. He's the guru on the mountain, and he understands himself, his power, how life works. They're both in reverse. And this is in your greater environment. So this person that you're dealing with, who has some secrets probably, this looks like they're holding some secrets, but they are still in this relationship with you. You're thinking, this isn't working out for me because of these secrets. There's something very time based on it, like it's not time to act yet, but you're trying to balance this action versus non-action. The person you're dealing with is a little bit worried about their reputation. Like they don't know themselves all that great, and they care a lot about what other people think of them. Okay, so your new perspective, knowing this, that they're just kind of unenlightened. They feels like they're not self-aware, that they have skeletons in their closet that maybe they're not even aware of. Your new perspective then, oh, the Fool. This is kind of a new journey. Now, as we go forward, we'll see if this is a new journey alone or a new journey with somebody. But the Fool takes a leap of faith. Now, this is in your current position. I do feel like you have confidence, you have self-worth, you know your worth. That's this Nine of Earth, the Zenith, in the position of you in your world. It feels like you're willing to go a different direction. You're willing to let God lead. This is a brand new start of some type, and that's your current position. It's like I do think there's a possibility this didn't come together. You broke up with somebody because you know yourself. You feel confident and independent. This other person is probably still hanging on to you because they're not very self-aware and they care what other people think about them. Now it's interesting, this Six of Fire Glory out here, in that they care a lot about what other people think about them. It may be that they're trying to save face. They don't want it to be that you left them, and that's kind of their problem here. It's like, you left me, and I'm not sure if you actually left them, but you are wanting a brand new beginning. You're having a brand new beginning. And I think it's based on this understanding your power, because really you got sister and brother fire here in your will and desire and in your confidence. You know who you are, Leo. Okay, so spark of change is going to happen. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's interesting. So upright, this is good fortune. It's the great wheel turning in your favor. It's allowing God to lead. You have it in reverse. On top of Brother Fire, which is an action card. Combined with the Fool here, this looks like, Leo, like you are willing to take a leap of faith once you get a sign from God, okay? But what this is saying with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is that that's not actually how it's going to happen. You need to step out onto the road, and then the road will appear underneath your feet. So what am I talking about? If I want to go from here to the other side of the country, I want to know the map. I want to know exactly what's happening, how it's going to happen before I step out. But the reality of the situation is that it takes faith. You you need to step out, and then the road appears underneath your feet. It looks like that. It looks like you're waiting for God to give you a sign, and God's waiting for you to step out so that they can make life work. I hope that that makes sense. It's something like that, because this Wheel of Fortune is in reverse, meaning it's stopped. The wheel's not turning right now. You need to step out, then the path will be shown. Okay, so your best course of action, Leo. You've got Six of Earth Beauty. Uh-huh. This echoes very much this Two of Earth cause and effect. Six of Earth Beauty, like Two of Earth cause and effect, is testing the waters. I do this, this happens. This happens, I do this. Six of Earth is much more understanding of the true way things work, meaning I give first and then I receive. If you're waiting to receive before you give, that's backwards. The Six of Earth to me is balance between higher and lower planes. It's the interplay of spirit and man. And it has to do with giving and receiving. Now, we're talking about a relationship here that's not coming together. This may be saying you need to go first. If there's if you guys are in separation right now, and each of you is waiting for the other one to act first, this may be saying your best course of action is for you to go first. You be giving first. That feels right. It feels like you need to take this leap of faith and contact them, or take this leap of faith. Like, you have to go first. The Fool is the zero card. This is the first card in the deck, and it's in your new perspective. You have to go first. Nothing's going to turn and change until you go first, and you need to understand this balance. That's interesting. What you're going to struggle with, Nine of Fire, Eye of Fire, and that's interesting because it falls right on top of, like right next to this Nine of Earth. The Nine of Earth in your position of who you are feels stubborn, and that would make sense for Leo. Leo is fixed fire, which is a pretty stubborn card. They're incredibly loving, uh, and loving, fun, but they're stubborn, stuck a little bit. Nine of Fire is a little bit more malleable. So what you're going to struggle with is this malleability, this flexibility. The Nine of Fire is also holding the fort, okay? Because in the Rider-Waite deck, this guy is standing there in the battle. He's been all beat up, but he's still there. He's not going to give up. And this is in your position of what you're going to struggle with. So this person out here cares very much what other people think of them. I'm not sure their ego is going to allow them to come towards you first. What you're going to struggle with is sticking in the fight, staying with this, don't give up. But I do think you need to go first. Okay. What needs to fall away? One of Earth form in reverse. Okay, so upright, this is a seed point to a new life, to new financial potential, but it's a new life. In reverse, what needs to fall away is it feels like you're holding on to your old life, the old dynamic in your relationship, the old way it worked, the old way. That's what needs to fall away. Because falling on top of the moon, this person doesn't know what to do. And they've got the sun in reverse in the position of them in the world. It's like they don't understand, they don't know what to do. You have a higher understanding and a better connection or a strong connection to the divine. I say that just because of all these fire cards out here, the Two of Earth, cause and effect, the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune. Like you have something going on here that's connected to spirit. They have the Hermit in reverse and the Six of Fire Glory in reverse. They don't have that same understanding and connection. I think if you're waiting for them to be enlightened and to make change in this, you're going to be waiting a long time. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The direction you need to head, Leo, you've got Four of Fire, Flame of Spirit. Okay. I think this one wants to come out too. Hold on. Yeah, it does. Father Earth. Okay. The direction you need to head has to do with releasing the way things should be, the way you thought it would be. Upright, the Four of Fire, Flame of Spirit. This is the four pillars we need to launch in this world. It's also though like it's a lot of people call it the marriage card, the twin flame card. To me, in the Rider-Waite deck, it looks like that threshold that you go over after you get married. Okay. In your best course of action, no, that's down there. The direction you need to head, it's like this possibly isn't coming together because you want them to propose and they're not, and so you're like, whatever, it's not coming together. I think you need to drop that idea. This doesn't have to only be one way, this one of Earth. That's what needs to fall away. The way you think or the way it's supposed to be, that feels like the way it's supposed to be, and that needs to fall away. You need to move into a direction that's not necessarily only going to be marriage or only going to be this happily ever after. The Rider-Waite deck, it looks a lot like a happily ever after. And it's being clarified by Father Earth. There's an awakening going on here. There is an unzipping of a rigidity, and I think this would be your rigidity because Leo is a fixed sign. You are maybe this is them, but I feel like it's you, but it might be them because you need to be patient and wait for this awakening to happen. Somebody's unzipping into their light body. Somebody is unzipping into a crystalline being. They're shedding this rigid skin. And I think you need to be patient and wait for that because flame of spirit in reverse means like this isn't going to happen the way you thought because something magical is happening here. And this could be either to you or to the other that you're dealing with. Okay. What you're not seeing. Eight of Wind, Power Shield in reverse. What you're not seeing is that you're not trapped. What just came to me is freedom, choice, and integrity. And I'm saying that because when we get into a rigid way of thinking, we often lose our choices. Upright, the Eight of Wind is a trapping. And in reverse, what you're not seeing is there's no trap somehow here. There's something here about you being able to make your own choices and be free, possibly within this relationship. Like this relationship may have been too constricting, but the thing you're not seeing is that you're not trapped. You do have choices. What's going to be illuminated? Four of Wind, Mastery in reverse. Falls on top of the two water sacred cord. What's going to be illuminated is that it feels like nobody is taking a time out. Nobody's taking time to reflect in this relationship. Because the Four of Wind, Mastery, it's pausing to reflect on the truth of things, to reflect on what's happened, to understand better. It falls on top of this relationship and it's in reverse. It's like there is a reflecting on this relationship that's not happening. It feels very enmeshed. It feels codependent to Earth down here. It feels like they do this, you react. It's like it feels like this codependent or unhealthy dance. What's going to be illuminated is that nobody's taking time out to reflect. That may be why it's not time yet. There's a reflection that needs to happen, a self-reflection, especially with this Hermit in reverse out here. Okay, the bigger picture, Leo. Nine of Water, Rainbow Mirror in reverse. Okay, this is a very self-serving card. This is wish fulfillment, a wish come true. It's in reverse, it's a little bit of emotional gluttony. This being in the greater picture, I can't say for sure whether this is you or them or both of you, but you do have this Nine of Pentacles here, Nine of Earth, in your position of you in the world. There's something self-serving about this that you need to look at. So what do I mean by that? The bigger picture is it's not all about you. When you're in a relationship with somebody, both parties need to be all in and need to understand this is a partnership. And if that's not happening because one of the people is unenlightened, this may very well be them because this is a nine and the Hermit is a nine. I know you have a nine in your position also, but they have the major arcana nine and it's an unenlightened one because it's in reverse. Both people need to be all in this relationship or else it's not going to work. So there's something self-serving about this card, and that's the bigger picture. It's learning that it's a partnership. We've also got the Nine of Fire. We've got a lot of nines here, so that means you're getting to the completion of this lesson or this whatever. But I do feel like this Nine of Water, Rainbow Mirror in reverse. Gosh, and it's even called Mirror, which is like this Two of Earth. Everybody needs to be all in this relationship. This is not about being self-serving and selfish. That's the bigger picture. It's interesting because it falls on top of this Judgment card. It feels like this can't come together unless everybody's all in. Okay, so the likely outcome then, Leo. Brother Wind. That's it. What's underneath? Chariot in reverse. Okay, so that's interesting. This is like not it's not running away. It's not moving on. Wow, that one wanted to come out. Okay, so we're going to have it. There's another nine. My gosh, we have all four nines out now. This just fell off the deck. The Nine of Wind is called the screen. Upright, this is denial. And when it's in reverse, not in denial. This is seeing truly what's actually happening and not taking off on it. Brother Wind is a very swift energy, very mentally, like I feel like the likely outcome is total clarity and understanding and acting on that clarity and understanding. Like you're not in denial anymore. You understand how this is working. And the likely outcome is taking swift action. I don't know if this is you or if this is them. It feels like you, but I want to say it's them, but it feels like you taking swift action with a new understanding that's not in denial. It feels like trying something different and new. Here on the Seven of Earth, it's falling on top of the Seven of Earth where it started out. I do think, Leo, this has something about you taking action, understanding what's happening, and you taking action because the universe needs you to act so that the universe can multiply whatever you give out and bring it back to you threefold. So there's something here about you're going to have a new understanding that you need to act first. It does feel like that. And that's what I have for you today, Leo. I hope that that's helped. If it has, please hit the like button. And otherwise, until next time, my friends, namaste.